Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Stitch as Ghostface.
So first let's get started by coming in towards the middle of the face, moving up towards the top on the right hand side. We're going to draw a small arch line. Let's move over towards the left, lining that up at the same height, and we're going to replicate that again. Moving underneath now, let's draw in the eyes. So on the top we're going to draw a small arch line, and we're going to curve this all the way around and then back up. And then we're going to flip this on the left. So we're going to curve this up all the way down, arching that out towards the left. Now from here, let's line these up. So we're going to start at that top portion, curving this in, back out, and then down, connecting that on that bottom line. And then we're going to move over towards the left-hand side, lining that up at the same height and replicating that as well. Let's move in towards the middle now and draw in the nose. So right in the center, we're going to draw a small arch line. Moving in towards the middle, we're going to start at the point there, curving that around and then in, connecting that. And now moving over towards the right-hand side, we're going to curve this around and then back up, connecting that again. Let's move underneath and draw in the mouth now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then out. And then now from here, starting on the bottom, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then back up and over on the right-hand side. For the cheeks now, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then we're going to come over to the left-hand side, lining that up at the same height and replicating that. Now from here on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line all the way up and then in towards the middle to close off the top of the head. And then we'll do the same thing as we come over on the right-hand side. Let's close off the bottom of the face now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this around and then in. And then coming back over towards the right-hand side, we'll replicate that, curving that around, closing that off, connecting that in. Now let's frame in the top portion of the cloak. So coming over towards the right, we're going to curve this line out. And then starting at that point, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then down, bringing that underneath the cheek, curving that in. Let's move over towards the right-hand side now. Coming below this, we're going to curve this all the way around, bringing that in. Now let's close off the bottom of the face. So we're just going to replicate that shape. So starting in the corner, we're going to curve this down, arching that around and then back up. Now let's draw on the ears on either side. So starting first on the right-hand side, we're going to start by curving this line up, arching that in. Coming in towards the bottom now, we're going to curve a small line that comes up. Starting at that point there, we're going to draw a sideways letter V. And now starting at the bottom, we're going to close this off by curving this line all the way around and then back up, connecting that on that top line. Moving in towards the bottom now on the corner, we're going to curve this around and then in. And now starting on the top, we're just going to curve this out, around, and then in at the corner. Now let's move over towards the left-hand side. So coming further down on a diagonal, we're going to curve this line around and then out. Starting above that, we're going to curve this line up and then down. And now starting on the bottom, we're going to curve this line around and then back up, connecting that together. Let's start with our arm that's holding in the knife first. So we're going to come up on the right-hand side, curving this around and then up. And now from here, we're going to curve this down, out, and then down. Now from here, let's draw in the hand that's holding in the knife. So starting further down, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around for the thumb. Let's move across now and draw in the fingers. So we're going to curve this line around, down, and then up. Moving further down, we're going to draw another oval shape, curving that around and then in. And then below that one more time, we're going to curve that around and then in. Now for the claws, we're just going to draw some small triangle shapes on top of each finger as we come down. And then we'll draw another one on top of the thumb. Now let's draw in the knife. So starting in this open space here, we're going to draw a straight line that comes down. And now from here, we're going to curve this line across and back in towards our last finger. Let's move up above now and draw in a curved line from left to right. on either side, we're going to bring a straight line that comes up towards the top. And then now from here, we're going to close this off with a curved line from left to right. On the left-hand side, we're going to draw a straight line that comes up towards the top. And then from that point, we're going to curve this line in and then back up. Now starting at that point, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then down to close off the knife. On this top portion here for the blood, we're going to curve our lines in and out as we come down on a diagonal. And then on the top portion here, we're just going to draw a small oval shape. And then beside that, a small circle. Now let's move further down. So moving over towards the side of the finger, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around and then connects at that point there. And now from here, we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes in towards the middle. Now from here, we're going to draw a curved line at that point, bringing that up. And then starting at that point, bringing another curved line that arches down. Now from here at that point, we're going to curve this around and then in. And then starting at that point again, we're just going to draw a small letter V. Now for the torso, we're going to start at that point, curving this line around and then in. Let's move further up now on a diagonal and drawing that left arm. So on the top here, we're going to draw a line that comes out. Starting at that point, we're going to curve this line down and then out again. For our hand now, for our thumb, we're going to curve this line around and then in. Moving further up, we're going to curve this around and then in. Arching further down again, we're going to curve that around and then in. And now one last time, arching this around and then back in. And now from here on the bottom, we're going to draw a curved line that arches down. In the center, we're going to draw in a small circle. And now like we did on the right-hand side for the claws, we're just going to draw some small triangle shapes on top of each finger as we come all the way around. Now starting at the corner here, we're going to curve this around and back in. Starting at that point there, we're going to arch our line in. And then starting at that point again, we're going to curve this around and then down. Again, starting at that point, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And now from here, we're going to curve a small line that comes down, ending this so these lines end on a diagonal. In the middle, we're going to draw a small curved line that arches around and then in. And now let's move on towards the bottom of our legs. So starting further down on a diagonal, we're going to curve this line around, up, back down. And now let's draw in our foot. So starting further down on the right-hand side, we're going to arch a small line that curves around and then in. We'll come to the left of that, arching that around and then down. And let's do this 2 more times. Now from here, we're going to close this off with an arch line, curving this all the way around, connecting that back up on the right-hand side. And now in each portion here, we're just going to draw a small curved line. Let's move right into the center now and draw in a nice big oval shape in the middle of our foot. Now from here for the bottom of the cloak, we're going to draw a curved line that arches down. Starting at that point, we're going to curve this back up and in. Starting at that point again, we're going to curve this down. And then starting at that point, arching that around and up. Starting at that point again, we're going to curve this down. And then from here, arch this around and in. And now from here, we're going to curve another line that comes down. And then at that point, we're going to arch this all the way around, connecting that in for our right knee. Now starting at the right-hand side, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around and then in. Starting at that point again, curving this around and in. We're going to do that again in the middle. And now one more time as we come over towards the left. And then from here, we're just going to draw a curved line that arches up. And then in each portion of the toes, we're just going to draw a small curved line, arching that around. And that is it. That's how you draw Stitch as Ghostface. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you all on the next one.